It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Play action now, Mills. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. taken at about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Able to fight through one tackle. First down and much more for Henry. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Runs through the contact. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 31, Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. A 1st down throw for Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing, Mills. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive, and they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start with a give to Henry, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First down, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mills on first down. He drops this off to Ogunbowale. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. This is caught by Dare Ogunbowale. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A give, running right is Mack. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter, and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
A throw over the middle taken in, and he's got this down to the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Quick slant here to Woods. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Going for it all. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Austin Hooper, 29 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. He'll get this to Ogunbowale out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Working out of the gun, Mills. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Defense on deck.
Here's Mills. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On first down, Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Now, that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Titans in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 31, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
58. Mike, 58 right there. Silver.
Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Mills. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mills to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is Henry. Still going. They can't stop him. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 58 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Houston set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Come on. Go. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw is Mills. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Tight left. 4 down. 4 down.
Throwing again on second down. Mills. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Stop us, baby.
Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30. I got it. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now.
Now it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, we got
Yo, triple left. Go, zebra. Let's go.
On second down, here's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here we go. 30.
58 right there.
Think you gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this? Go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
We own them. We own them.
On second down, it's Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Me, baby. Turn it up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just like that.
On first down, Henry evades the tackler and now some space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, boys, you got 4 down. 51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Mike 51, Mike 51. And we have you on the end.
1st down, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Let's go.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He don't know no better.
Mills on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mills again.
Dumps this one off to Mack. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.